Okay, so let's look at the last 2 weeks of April and see what's up for Scorpio. Wow, well, you have some horse energy, don't you? This card came up one other sign. I can't remember who. Seems like a summer sign, but again, I can't remember who. Maybe not. So look at this. I'm going to use my wand. We have what's called the Death card, and as you know, 99.9% of the time, this is talking about transformation, how you're transforming. Every so often, someone will say, well, I was going to say fire sign just because this is here, or my father passed away, my mother passed away, someone passed away, and that's happened. But again, I think transformation, I'm going to go on with that one, Scorpio, and leave any comments below, is leaving and shedding old skin so that you can move towards a new place. A lot of Scorpios are beginning a new lifestyle. 8 years. That's what you all are up to. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm particularly talking at this particular moment about you all creating a new lifestyle, something that feels more you and not keeping the emotions in as much, being able to express it if you feel it, Don't have to hide it. You can express it. And this is facing this Knight of Wands. This horse is very steady, like, okay, I'm getting there. This one's kind of fiery. This would represent the signs of Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And the Knights are always the explorers. They want to experience and travel and see what's up. And this Knight of Wands, because it's a fire sign, and you can tell by the horse's position, he has reared up. It can take action rather quickly, sometimes too quickly. So, this could mean a couple different things, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I'm talking to all of you now. It might be that you feel the transformation, and yet you're met with some fiery resistance. That could be one thing. The other thing, it could be met with a fire sign person or someone who has the essence of like I said, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, which, a lot of fire signs, it's about themselves. So, maybe you're sort of meeting up with that and including that energy in your repertoire of a new lifestyle, or not. This could be also someone at work. You may feel a little resistance, or this may be I'm feeling the resistance because of two horses' heads and the way this one's acting. Or it could mean someone that's vitally supportive of you, and that you just feel like, oh, wow, without this person, without their passion and their creativity and their thinking, and they support me, and I'm so excited, and this has been very, very helpful to me as a person to grow. Maybe it's at your work. Maybe it's your lifestyle. Maybe it's a more spiritual aspect of you. Maybe it's letting go. Maybe it's working with your intuition. So leave in the comments below, Scorpio, because you never know about these court cards. They're different people to all of us. And let me know if this is someone who's in your corner or who you're having to not conflicts, but there's a little bit of conversing with and working that out. I don't know. This may be an awesome situation that they're helping you transform. It may be a book you're reading. It may be something you read online, and it has a lot of passion to it, and you meet new people. Okay, so let's take a look. But you are transforming. There's some transformation around what you're becoming, what you feel, how you feel about yourself, your lifestyle. All right, this is for the first 2 weeks of May. All right, nice cards. We have 2 more court cards. Why not? We have the King of Pentacles and we have the Page of Wands, which we have the Knight of Wands. Now we have the Page. They're dressed in the same sort of outfit, aren't they? Okay, so the King of Pentacles represents an earth sign. This would be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising. I feel like after all this transformation, it's like you unfold like a flower, like you just sort of show you express yourself, you express what you need, you express your feelings instead of hiding them, like I said earlier. This King of Pentacles. I feel like for a lot of you, this is someone who's very calm in your life, who's very, this particular person is possibly of support to you, but more than that, they're just a calm personality. They could be someone who's done well with money, or they're working with, their finances to make a better life for themselves. This can be a man or a woman. It could be you transforming into taking care of your money better, or possibly making more money. Maybe you got a raise. Maybe you're going to get a bonus or offered a higher position with a higher salary. It could also be, too, that you are beginning to feel that your health is just really, really great. For some of you, if you're exercising, you're eating what's right for your body type, you're just kind of feeling good about myself, and then the home in the background, that your castle that you live in. Okay, then we have the Page of Wands. So the page can be a young person, represents to me a young person. It can be a messenger of sorts. And this particular page would bring about news of a creative or a fun venture for you, something that you could really wrap your hands around like he's doing, and say, oh yeah, this is great. This is how I need to work it. This is how I need to, either for going to the gym or writing. I'm going back to health and wealth, which this would be about your work and that might be another thing. This could be about your work and taking control of your work. And you feel like you're starting over again, because this is a page, so you're the young dude. So you feel like, a new fresh start with my work, with some whatever's going on in your life, people, projects. Let me know who this King of Pentacles represents to you as well. This would be someone who's like, again, takes care of their money. They'd be great in the financial world. They're very grounded, so they may love nature, but they're a big influence in your life. And again, it might be you. Well, the card that's moving from one month to the other, or let's just say this, the foundation of the energies of from one month to the other is the Devil card. And that's so interesting that came up. It came up one other sign, not even as the transition card, but one of the main four. Okay, so the Devil card to me represents feeling bound by a relationship, that you can't move in that, bound by your work, like you have a position and it's like, oh, I make money, but I don't really care for it. I don't care for the job. It could be addictions, drug, alcohol, smoking, overspending. But I feel like what's gone on here, because this card sort of represents the energies between the end of April and the beginning of May, is like you're saying, you know what, I don't want to feel this boundness anymore. I want to feel a sort of freedom. And if it's in a relationship, then you're making progress towards changing that if it's not working. If it's part of your work, then you're making things better. Because I can see down here that you're making things easier for yourself. Okay, let me look into the crystal. This is for Scorpio, April 15th through May 16th. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of rainbows for you, and rainbows usually indicate chakras. A lot of green, and then it separates. It's so interesting. Okay, so green chakra is the heart chakra. So that could very well go along with you expressing yourself from how you feel, from your heart space, not your mental thinking, but coming from a place of, well, this is how I feel. And supportive people around you will allow you to express. You don't always want to express to people that are not supportive. I'm looking for a totem animal. That's so interesting. Okay, so any of you all that are Harry Potter fans, I'm even thinking more mystical or magical than that. I'm seeing sort of a really, it's not a mean dragon, but a dragon. What are some of those other maybe animated movies that have had a dragon in them? Or this dragon is well loved by others, but he's making his point in the crystal. He's coming out of his shell. And that's sort of how I feel about you all. So you may want to look up dragons and just see how you resonate with them. What type of personalities that we've given to dragons as characters that aren't particularly real, but what do they mean to us? What do they mean to you? What can you gain from seeing how they take control of their life or not? Okay, let's see what else comes up for Scorpio. Some of you, I definitely see, okay, that's interesting. I definitely see the western part of the United States. So for you all in other countries, this may or may not make sense. And I say the western part, it almost feels like just east of Texas and then towards California. And then the eastern part is a circle, a ball. So it's like, what do I want to say about this? What do I want to say about this? Those of you who live in either region, it feels like a separation between the two, or thinking differently, or that I don't know. It's politically. I'm just saying there's some different aspects in the United. Of course there are. I mean, we have the West and we have the East, but it's not that succinct. It's not that easy. There's more to it. So, I don't know what to say. Some of you might be considering moving more towards. The first thing I saw was Nevada. Then I'm going to turn the crystal a little bit. And Wisconsin. Then when I turn the crystal a little bit, it turned into the United States. So I'm just saying, maybe you're thinking about moving to a couple of those areas, or you'd like to visit. Okay, what else? Yeah, because I do see maps, which, it's an old form of traveling, but it's my archetype for moving, traveling, vacationing, for any reason. Okay, and I also do see palm trees. But, palm trees are on the east and west coast, Florida and California. And so, some of you might be interested in moving to a different part of the world than where you are. Just saying, this is not just for the people in the United States. Okay, anything else for Scorpio? Well, I feel like some of you are working with maybe a small group of other people at your particular position, your work, your business that you own, and you're working with other people so that you all are sort of like a joint committee, so that you all can produce, work on a project together, and it felt very in sync. And so, hopefully it feels that way to you if you're working with a group. If you're a non-working person, then this may be like, say you're a mother, maybe you're getting together with a small group of other women, or if you're just a non-working people, you're joining a meetup. I'm just saying it felt like a nice group of people that want to get together and share. Okay, so let's add up the cards. We have 13, 14. Is that right? 13 and 1 is 14, yes. 14 and 15 is 29, 30, 31. Well, 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 is about building a foundation. 4 is a structure. 4 is when you build a house, what do? You pour the cement first and then the uprights. You don't move too quickly and put the roof on when there's no foundation. You do it step by step by step. So as you transform, Scorpio, make sure that all of the details and everything that you want to happen, the end goal, has all the steps in place. You can visualize the end, but make sure in the meantime that you're doing everything that you need to do to make that happen.